The focus of this design project was to develop an IT security awareness module for the Department of Health. Being a department of the Australian Government entrusted with the supervision of Australia's healthcare system, it bears the responsibility of safeguarding sensitive data that impacts the privacy of millions of Australians. It is therefore crucial for employees of the department to effectively mitigate the risks associated with its technology infrastructure. The module is included in the department's mandatory training suite, which must be completed within 2 weeks of starting at the department and then annually thereafter. With the current training being deemed as disengaging and disinteresting due to its PowerPoint-driven direct instruction approach, stakeholders have recognised the need for new training to reflect modern issues and solutions, be time-effective, self-paced, online, and to re-engage learners. This module was built using Rise 360, capitalising on its responsive and intuitive features. Rise 360 adapts courses for every device so learners can benefit from anytime, anywhere functionality. This provides learners increased flexibility and control over their learning, promoting self-regulation. Furthermore, by giving learners convenient access to learning materials on any device, they can more easily find time to complete learning tasks at their own pace without compromising their workload. Being an online self-paced module, the design aims to be as user-friendly as possible. It begins with a welcoming video and a brief overview of the cybersecurity topics covered in the module. It was important to ensure that the design considered the needs of all learners. The web content accessibility guidelines were used as a roadmap to enable full participation and access to information. An accessibility statement was included at the beginning of the module so that learners could feel immediately comfortable with its layout and design. This shows a list of accessibility features included in the design, as well as contact information for learners who would like to provide any feedback about their experience. By providing this information, it demonstrates a commitment to accessibility and to social responsibility. Some examples of WCAG compliance on this page include meaningful links, which help users choose which links to follow, use of headings and content labels to break long sections of content, text-based alternatives for images, a consistency in design and instructions, a color contrast above 4.51, and closed captions for audio content. Before commencing learning, learners complete a pre-assessment quiz using SurveyMonkey. This non-graded assessment tool not only provides a quantifiable measure of the learner's prior knowledge, but by testing learners before the material has been covered in the module, it can serve as a motivational tool and a roadmap for learners. Using the sidebar navigation, learners can locate key information easily. Here they can view the learning objectives, important assessment details, and how they can access both learning and technical support. The module consists of 5 pertinent topics relating to cybersecurity. Each of these topics begin with an introductory video familiarising the learner with the key concepts and terminology that will be covered in the lesson. Mayer's principles for the design of multimedia instruction served as a reference to ensure that the delivery of learning materials is both effective and engaging. Here the modality principle is used to enhance learning and comprehension by utilising both the learner's visual and auditory channels. Information is also presented coherently to avoid extraneous processing, using signalling throughout to help guide the learner's attention towards the essential material. To encourage active learning and enhance overall knowledge retention and engagement, interactive resources were incorporated. The utilisation of Rise 360's range of learning blocks enables the creation of responsive content, facilitating the active construction of knowledge. These include accordion blocks, sorting activities, and labelled graphics. By selecting, organising, and integrating relevant incoming information, learners engage cognitive processes that are essential for active learning. Each of the 5 topics are accompanied by a corresponding formative quiz. These quizzes assess learners' knowledge and comprehension of learning materials and align with learning objectives. After completing each quiz, students receive timely feedback and are given other opportunities to repeat the quiz. Instead of providing correct answers, swift and useful feedback allows learners to discover what they have missed, motivating them to clarify their understanding. Quizzes are presented in a number of formats within Rise, including multiple choice and multiple response. Summative assessment tasks also accompany each of the 5 topics in the form of performance tasks. These tasks are designed to be both time effective and have real-world application. With the design being mindful of employee workload, learners complete their departmental cybersecurity obligations as part of their assessment. In this example, learners first create their own strong passphrase within a scaffolded activity. They then use a reset link to apply that passphrase to their Department of Health account. Once performance tasks are submitted, they will be forwarded to an assessor who will then communicate the assessment results to the learner via email, indicating whether competency has been achieved for the task. In the case of competency not being achieved, the assessor will provide feedback on areas for improvement. This marking rubric draws inspiration from similar designs implemented by TAFE Queensland. Another lesson on phishing incorporates additional elements to enrich the learning process. Here learners first read a case study about a real-life phishing attack and then use an embedded Padlet to share their own experiences encountering phishing. These opportunities for discussion positively impact the quality and style of online interaction, allowing learners to discuss multiple perspectives with peers. Both the formative and summative assessments for this topic also draw upon authentic learning strategies. Initially, learners engage in Jigsaw's phishing quiz, which assesses their ability to detect phishing attacks delivered via email. Subsequently, in the summative performance task, learners are presented with a series of emails sent to their own Outlook account through Microsoft 365's attack simulation. Their goal is to identify and report any emails that may pose a threat to the security of their account. Here, the learner's proficiency in identifying and following the appropriate reporting procedures as outlined in the lesson will be assessed. Upon completion of the 5 topics, learners undertake a concluding knowledge check aimed at evaluating their overall understanding and comprehension of the module. This, along with the pre-assessment quiz, gives course designers the ability to assess the overall effectiveness of the training and identify areas that can be improved. Learners are then prompted to reflect on their learning experience using a Padlet. Here, learners can debrief with their colleagues and recollect salient features of the learning experience. Upon successfully achieving competency in each of the 5 performance tasks, learners will receive a digital badge. The digital badge will be showcased in the credentials section of their staff profile alongside other badges earned from different modules. This online IT security awareness module provides Department of Health employees with relevant training that reflects modern issues and solutions in cybersecurity. It aims to improve engagement by providing a self-paced, active, authentic, and inclusive learning solution.